CS greetings, CS goers. I'm Extremes, and also greetings to assorted esports fans such as the console peasants and the mobile players and all those sorts of other players. And speaking about players, we got Eagle, the CS god, according to his Twitter handle. How you doing, man?
Why did you go with the CS:GO title?
Eagle, the
Yeah.
CS god,
What's
one
up,
man.
guys? It's me, the CS:GO. Yeah, how's it going? How's it going?
Cool, man. How you doing?
No, I'm doing all right. It's just cold over here.
Yeah, same.
No.
If I had
Carrying
more
on.
of an ass, I'd be losing weight because I'd be freezing it off.
If I lost any more weight, I'll probably blow away.
I've had that
Something
problem at
over
various points in my life, but now that I'm old, I no longer have that issue.
Oh,
So,
goodness.
I think something to maybe mention if you're a viewer that's now utterly confused by who this CS god is. I mean, you've never seen him in a tournament. He hasn't clicked heads like JT or any of those guys. What he does do is he does some incredible videos. The channel's called Easy Studios, over 13,000 subs on YouTube, which is pretty amazing considering we are on YouTube and you're watching a channel that's got none. So I have no idea why he wanted to talk to me, but I appreciate it nonetheless. So it's the
I
actual
asked him.
number.
I've always wanted to be on this channel.
Don't talk crap.
Extremes for the win.
So 13,241 subs as of just a few minutes ago. That pretty much makes you the most successful CS:GO focused YouTube channel in SA. I know you probably don't like to hear that because I know you're a modest guy, but
I hear that all the time, but I really don't care, to be honest. That's just I got lucky. Let's just put it that way.
so what do you care about? Do you care about making good videos?
Yes, pretty much 100%.
Cool. Well, tell us a little bit about where you started in gaming and kind of how it led you into making content.
Well, I've been in gaming since the days of Doom, Warcraft, Descent, Duke Nukem, so it
Wow.
shows you how far back I go.
You're older
No,
than you look.
yeah, everyone. Well, yeah. Let's not talk about that. Um, yeah, no, from back in the day, and I've always just liked playing games, especially me and my brother. We were big arcade gamers when we were kids. Yeah, and then moving on, I started moving on to computer games, PC games, Quake, not League of Legends, what's that game called? Dota, Age of Empires, stuff like that. I
Nice.
never played online all the time because we never had the internet back then. So most of my multiplayer gaming was at varsity LANs and high school LANs. You like that CRT monitor to the
Oh
LAN,
yeah,
all the
I
other
used
stuff.
to do that too.
No one knows the
The
pain
pain.
of the lands of the 90s where you had to carry all that stuff into
Did
the house and then sleep over there and then carry it back again.
Yes, this was terrible. Did
It
you ever
was
do the networking style like the old school, the BNC
with
plugs and
the
the
oh
splitters?
god, don't remind
Because
me.
I remember when it went to like RJ45 plugs, I was like, this is the best thing ever.
Yes, I couldn't believe like when someone brought like someone one day we used to do that all the time, and then one day someone brought the a network hub to a LAN and cables and stuff, and he even brought network cards. We're like, what the hell is this? Like you guys will see, and it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I just sat there with my mouth open the whole night playing Call of Duty 1. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. Like, whoever came up with this,
That 10 upload speed and 10
yes,
download speed.
that was amazing. That was amazing. Um, and then I moved on to online gaming once I finally got once South Africa finally got decent internet, and I started with Dota 2,
Hmm.
and that's where I was finally introduced into online gaming. And I played my first Dota game ever on what was Twilight. I don't know if you know about Twilight. It was the Warcraft. Okay, Twilight was the Warcraft 3 when it was still Battle.net server that South Africa had, and that's where
Hmm.
all the Dota players used to play Dota before it was Dota 2. And I played my first Dota game ever online. I wasn't that good at the game. I'd only played at LANs like now and then, and this is the first time I'd ever played online. And someone told me I got into this game 5v5, and someone told me to pick a support. I was like, okay, and I picked a sniper, which isn't a support at all. And I got completely sworn at. I got death threats, I got bomb threats, I got rape threats, and eventually we lost the game, and I was just like, oh, thanks for the game, guys. Ah, go fuck yourself. And I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I was like, most people would be crying or feel very offended, but I looked at this and I was like, can a game actually turn a human being into this salt mine? I couldn't believe it. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. And I played like 10 games that night and they were all the same. It was just like the most horrible people I've ever played with, but I still had the most fun, just doing whatever I want, just laughing at them, looking at their chats, listening to them chatting on Venture or whatever it was at the time. And I was like, this is great. And
So you're actually just the trolls. Is that what you say?
that's how I started out. And then I turned into this. And I've never really taken like a game or anyone seriously after that. And that's when I decided to make a channel. And I thought to myself, now how can I turn this into something more positive? And that's when I thought of that's when I came up with the idea of making a channel focused around these weird and wacky moments that you see online every day. Coming from my squad and coming from people that we play against every day. And that's basically what inspired my channel to actually start. It wasn't just the funny moments, it's just like the community in general. Not just South Africans, I mean, even overseas guys. They're the funny, like especially, I don't want to be stereotyped, but like especially Russians and...
Oh, they're the best.
And Brazilians. Like, I mean, there's a few sort of select countries which get on people's nerves like none other.
I tell you, during the period of it was probably about 2 months ago when matchmaking servers were down in CSGO, I ended up spending the weekend rushing B with P90s against Russians. It was magnificent because we pretended to be Russian, me and my mates. So it was like, rush B, Bliat, rush B.
Yeah.
You're like just talking to them in this like horrible like hammy accent, and they never freaking realize that you're not. Because then they start speaking to you in Russian. It's like, it's the best thing.
I think when that happened, I was playing with a bunch of Spaniards because they kept saying hombre. So I was like, okay. But I don't understand a word of Spanish. So I just kept quiet. I just carried on playing until luckily they carried me because I solo queued. But like that thing is impossible to play CS:GO.
No, it's P90, bro. I mean, we actually played. Like I got a couple of accounts, so I smurf a lot. I like to troll. That's what I do. But
basically did the same thing that I did.
Yeah, we played at like Supreme LEM level with only P90s.
Yeah.
And we actually won. We won like 6 games on a Saturday. It was crazy.
And they get so mad when you join their games because you've got like 200 ping and they can't hit you because you're blinking all over the screen. And like, idiot, fix your idiot. And you just laugh your ass off as you listen to these guys.
That's great. It's so great. So talking about laughing asses off, I think the video of yours that I laughed the most at because it's so true is your first the one called When It's Your First Time on ESEA. I mean, it's got like 870,000 viewers, but that video, dude, that just cracks me up.
I think everyone can relate to that video. Anyone, look here, like 80% of the CS:GO community aren't global elites, and they are just regular gamers like you and me. And there's a select few who are naturally talented, and that's about 5%, and the other 15% are guys who play this game 24/7, grinding their way to get to global elite. They play pugs all the time, and they're the guys who find ESEA their normal playing field. But like when you or I go on ESEA, that's like a street rat going up against a rhino. It's like there's no comparison. And I think that's why people loved it, because all of them have experienced exactly the same thing. Like starting on ESEA for the first time, because it lures you in. They tell you, yeah, we've got these great 128 tick servers. No hackers here. We go into your computer and find the hackers. We also mine bitcoins. Oh,
yeah, that's the bit they don't mention.
Yeah, like all this cool shit. And like I looked at this because I think Goals put the ad on the Facebook, and you see Goals there with this. Join us at ESEA, guys. You get to play against us. It's gonna be fun. And all of us in the squad looked at this ad and we thought to ourselves, okay, this seems pretty cool. I think we can take these guys on. Let's play some ESEA. The first people we play against is Goals. Of all people, Goals, Rakno, a couple of other guys from the Premier Clan, and we looked at this and we looked at our screens and we were just like, we are dead. Like there's no other way around it. Let's just get this game out of the way and never play ESEA ever again. And yeah, what happened after that is exactly what you saw in the video. I think we saw them for a total of 2 minutes the whole game, and then we were dead.
Yeah,
we were
the
we were looking at
insta-death.
other people's we were looking at other people's cameras. I mean, I barely got to get any shots off the guy. Those guys were just way too quick. But I mean, that's just the way they play. But we play our game. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I know,
didn't
I
wanna
know
talk
the
about that
experience
game.
there. Yesterday I was playing deathmatch, and it happened to be with Stahl and
Oh
JT
yeah,
and Inson and who else was it? A couple of these guys. Like, you just die the whole time. I don't know where the
yeah,
guy shot me. And I mean, I used to actually, funny enough, I used to actually play at that level. But I mean, unless you keep freaking grinding, as
yeah.
you
No,
say,
you
you
have
can't
to.
do it.
Yeah,
You can't do it.
yeah. You stop playing CS:GO for 2 days, and then all of a sudden, all you can shoot is the floor. It's crazy. Like you
Yeah.
try. Yeah, you've got this great spray control when you've been playing like constantly for a week. You miss one day, you're shooting the guy's feet. That's what happens.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really not like riding a bicycle at all. That's why it's
Yeah.
so amazing from a skill point of view, that it's like has such a high ceiling, and I think that's why people like to watch it. So, I mean, talking about that sort of thing, I mean, in notable videos that you've done, you did the CS:GO 2016 sort of wrap up video where you had some really cool highlights of things that had happened, and that video was just epic. I loved that as well. It's just to me, it shows that you do have quite an interest in the competitive side of the thing of
No, I do. I
things,
love
but
watching. I love watching competitive CS:GO.
uh,
That's like whenever ESL is on or IEM, like these big tournaments, Frag, GMAC. That's what I wanted to say. All these big tournaments, even the South African things, Metal State, Mega 8. I enjoy watching those things.
hmm.
Um, and that's one of the things that sort of brings the community together. I think if it wasn't for esports, I think CSGO probably would have died. In fact, it would have died a very, very quick death. I mean, it would have been one of these games that,
Well, it was a
you,
shit
you,
game when it was new,
yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just nothing like when you get games which are timeless, like Team Fortress 2. I mean, people are still playing that game, and that game still doesn't have a big esports following. I think they're trying to do it now, but I don't know. I think GF2 is too dated. So I think CSGO, especially when the Dota 2 International came, I think that's where esports really started taking off, because companies saw the potential of esports, which is good. And then obviously CSGO, League of Legends, all these other guys followed suit. And I think that's what keeps it alive. I mean, you don't want to play the game all the time. You want to sort of you want to watch it like it's a sport. I mean,
Mm.
you play soccer, but you want to watch Messi get goals and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Stuff
absolutely.
like that. I mean, that's also part of what keeps the community together.
What's
And
pretty
then
cool.
there's you guys as well. I mean, you guys probably got like one of the hardest jobs in the world, casting. I mean, you guys get so much flack from other people, like, this guy got fucking cast. This guy sucks. He's just making jokes all the time. But I mean, people don't understand that. I mean, CS:GO is CS:GO. No offense to CS:GO players, but it's probably one of the most boring ass games in the world to watch if you think about it, because 90% of the game is the first 15 seconds is watching the guys buying their guns, swapping pistols, threatening to shoot their teammate in the head if they don't kill the guy mid. Then they all go to their respective sites, and then 80% of the 80% of the round is either looking for a pick or throwing a grenade or waiting until someone fucks up. And then eventually something happens, you know what I'm saying? And now you have to now talk to the guys watching the game and like sort of keep them interested in this game. Otherwise, they're gonna stop watching, because that's most of what like a professional esports game is. I mean, maybe 40% of the time something amazing will happen or something funny will happen.
I
I
think
mean,
you're
that's
giving
how.
it too much credit with that
Yeah,
40%, but
I gave it a little bit extra just so people don't unsub from me.
yeah,
So I mean that's the game.
it's an
So I've got a
interesting
lot of
point,
respect
eh?
for you guys.
Well, thank you.
I got,
I,
I got,
I
yeah.
appreciate that. It is an interesting point about kind of what people forget, particularly you mentioned the pro players. They always want it to be like completely factual. They're like, okay, well,
Yeah.
why didn't you mention this? Or why didn't you mention that? So it's like my contention. Many commentators you speak to on the international stage as well. They go like, we're here to entertain. We're here to keep people interested in what's going on. If we point out everything that's happening, people could turn off their monitors, right? It's like, what's the
Yeah.
point in that?
Yeah.
That's not doing
Yeah,
anything. It's about entertainment.
you can't watch the camera and say, okay, this guy's walking up to he's walking up to Rampa Barrage now. Oh, he's looking down. Oh, he sees someone
It's
else.
like
Yeah,
a
like, yeah,
radio broadcast.
and especially if like nothing is happening for, but you need to think of something else to say, which will keep the guys either entertained or give like a quick funny comment or something. I mean, you guys have to do that to keep the viewers interested. So no,
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's really not easy. It's really not easy. I mean, it's like stand-up comedy. I mean, you have to be on your feet. And no, I've got a lot of respect for you guys.
Well, thanks,
You
man.
guys, you guys,
I
guys
really appreciate that. I
do
do
very
aspire to eventually get to the point where I could do cricket commentary on Radio 2000.
Okay. I will await. I will await. I'll listen to you on Honest here. What's SAFM, wherever they.
Yeah, I don't know where I don't know if that still exists. Is it SAFM where they play the cricket? Like,
I think so.
and now he delivers a fast delivery, 145 kilometers an hour, and the ball is blocked and fielded by. It's like, oh no, I don't want to die.
Half the time the guys are just talking about the weather, like, look at this cloud floating past. Like, just tell me the score, dude. I don't care about the weather.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So. We're talking about some more of your notable vids. You got the Bet of a Lifetime, which is also pretty fun.
That video, I honestly didn't expect that video to blow up as much as it did. I made that video as, I don't know if you watched a video called, but you say you don't watch Dota 2 things really. There was a Dota 2 video called I'm the Juggernaut Bitch. And it was a very similar sort of situation that these guys had in my CSGO video, where these guys were playing a game and then like halfway through the game, everything just goes, or like at the beginning of the game, everything just goes horribly wrong. They're completely behind. There's no ways they can win. And then they just come back. And it's just like funny moments where they're coming back and eventually they win the game. Admittedly, I used a couple of the memes that guy used in the video. But I mean, I didn't make it like to make money or promote myself. I made it purely as a parody of that video. And so I released this video and I didn't expect people to like it as much as they did. And for some reason, it just took off. I shared it on Reddit, and like I said before, like Reddit is a fickle mistress. I mean, the mob there is ruthless. If you post anything they don't like, then you just get downvoted instantaneously. And Reddit loved it for some reason. I'm not sure if it was because the betting culture at the time was still quite big before CS:GO Lotto and Phantom Lord messed it up, or because they actually liked the video. But I mean, people just loved what the video was. So I was actually quite chuffed with myself when I saw how well it had actually done. I think it also sort of tugged at people's emotional strings because the video got quite sort of intense at the end, with like where they were coming back and it was
building
like
to a crescendo.
Yeah, building to a crescendo, and like no one, like people who hadn't watched the game didn't know whether these guys were actually going to win the game or not, and people were like on the edge of their seats watching the end of the video. When I watched it again, I realized, okay, maybe that's why people liked it so much, because it was funny, but it was emotional, like an emotional roller coaster at the same time. That's what I'm assuming.
I did enjoy it.
Sometimes you make a video and you just don't know what you did right. Because like I make my other videos and they haven't got anywhere near the amount of views that video's got, or my ESEA video's got. So it's always a hit and miss.
So that one's what, 630 or 650,000 or something crazy like
so
that.
Yeah, also over 500,000, somewhere around there.
Sure. And then a short story about a silver scrub.
That was the first video I made that actually got a lot of got a lot of views. They went viral. That's what I want to say. I made that, I think 2014. Is that when I made? I think about 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago. That's when I was still a silver and I was like absolutely terrible at the game. And I was so happy that I finally made it into gold over that I decided to make a video about it. And then I posted it on the CSGO South Africa page, and people thought it was hilarious. And that's where I got my first 1,000 subs from, because I don't know if you know Courtney Thompson, the CSGO Lotto guy. He posted, it's a Thompson, sorry. Sorry, Courtney. He posted it on Reddit, and that's where I got my first front page Reddit, was with that video. So I'm actually quite grateful to him, and that's where I got my first couple thousand subs from, because people thought it was quite funny. And I think that at that point, that's where the channel sort of started taking off, because I never used to get 1,000 views on my videos. I used to get maybe 50 or so. I mean, that's what you usually get when you're first starting out. And all of a sudden, people started watching my stuff because they liked what I was putting out there. And I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. Maybe I can like carry on doing this because people seem to like it. Because if I hadn't started sort of gaining this traction that I was at YouTube, I probably would have stopped, because to me it would have felt like a bit of a waste of time. If I'm just doing it for my friends, I mean, we play all the time together anyway. I mean, there's no need for me to keep doing this all the time. But I mean, a lot of other people were enjoying it, so I thought, okay, let me carry on doing it because other people are enjoying it, and well, more and more people started coming to the channel. So I was like, okay, cool, keep coming.
That's cool that you're doing it for the right reasons, man. And me saying this, I'm actually going to put this out there for people. I mean, we were talking a little bit before, and I was just asking you about you know, where's all the sweet dollar that you make, all the six grilla, and you know, from making videos. And you said to me your videos actually aren't monetized. And when I thought about it, like, wait, actually, I haven't seen an ad on any of your videos. So that's an interesting point, because I mean, a lot of people do this for a living. In your case, you're an international arms dealer and a drug smuggler, so you don't need to do this.
Shoot, this is my club. You don't talk about it. Yeah. No, it's like, honestly, I don't need the money. So, and that's why you don't see me releasing videos like every second day, like most of the other guys who do this for a living. If I did do this for a living, then you obviously would see me releasing videos almost every single week, like back to back. I mean, that's when I would do this all the time. So that's why the videos sort of come out quite slowly. But at the same time, I think I prefer delivering quality over quantity any day. That's just my motto on doing this kind of thing. And I prefer to sort of show people that gaming at its core is still gaming. It's meant to be fun. It's not meant to be serious and try out all the time. And I like showing people that in my videos. So if my videos light up other people's day, if they're having a bad day, then that's good enough for me.
Wow, awesome. Well, you did just mostly insult me, because I always try hard all the time. So
No, I'm not taking away anything from guys who try hard.
I'm just kidding.
That's it.
But also, I mean, you mentioned being front page on Reddit there. You 4 times, is it, front page on Reddit?
Yes, once for CSGO 2016, once for The Bed of a Lifetime, once for a short story about a silver scrub. And I also, and actually 5 times, because I posted a video of when one of our friends ranked up for the first time and he was a silver 1. And we all thought this was highly hilarious, so we posted that on Reddit, and that also took off. So I made it to the front page of Reddit for that as well. And the other one recently, you probably know about it. I posted a GIF of me getting a double kill right at the end of a game with a molly and a grenade.
That was so crazy.
Yeah, I mollied a bomb, and then I popped a grenade and I got killed. And the grenade was live, so it killed the other guy, and we won the round. So I basically won the round without shooting any bullets. That also made it to the front page of Reddit. I don't know. Reddit loves stupid crap like that. Stuff that can go viral really quickly.
I think they like stupid crap. They enjoy sort of the occasional heartwarming story about a dude with one arm, and they most especially enjoy kind of like shitting on somebody else, like big style. You know, like especially if it's somebody famous. Like, fuck that guy.
Shame they're always taking a crap on Steel and Dazed. And if you really want to make it to the front page of Reddit, you just have to mention Shroud in your post.
Oh yeah, Shroud, Sick Deagle, 3K.
That'll make it to the front page of Reddit. Easy.
I think Zentaurus is getting there now, though. Hey? It's like Zentaurus FPL clutch. Yeah. Front page.
Yeah, all these guys. I don't know. That's just the way Reddit is.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I think it's an interesting sort of study into mob mentality, you know, like how a large group of people are similar to like a group of farm animals, you know. It's like one person says something and then they all start going, we'll do this.
Yeah, exactly.
But not taking anything away from it. It's actually just the nature of people. I mean, if you...
No, I love Reddit because a lot of the times the guys on there always tell it like this, that they don't sugarcoat anything. If they don't like something, they pull the trigger.
It's a great place to also just get an insight into what's going on in CS and what the general populace feels, you know? Yeah.
No, it's a lot of like, it's not always like funny stuff or stupid dances. There's a lot of good discussions here as well that I like to read.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite places to be. I kind of wish South African esports was into like local Reddit pages or something, because it seems crazy to me that it's all on Facebook. Because I mean, literally, Facebook means like in a week's time it's lost forever.
Yeah, it's somewhere at the bottom. Then you can't really bump it up.
Can't find it. It's gone.
Yeah,
I mean, there was
it's
this.
difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult already to sort of compete with stuff like Global Offensive. So I mean, if there is already a CS:GO data, people will rather go to that to make their voices heard. Like I said, there's Facebook as well. I mean, people are probably more on Facebook than on Reddit, especially in South Africa.
Yeah, it's very much the case. I mean, I know from doing stuff in business, try to advertise something to people on like Twitter or something and see how far you get. And do it on Facebook, and actually works out pretty well.
Yeah,
So
no, South Africa loves Facebook.
so now we were talking about your the lack of monetization, again due to your aforementioned international life of crime and man of mystery. You use a lot of copyrighted music in your videos, which I think is also why people enjoy it so much, because it's stuff that they've heard before. You know, I mean, they're hearing "Eye of
Yeah,
the Tiger" or whatever it may be at that particular point in the video, and it helps sell the
yeah,
story. You know,
yeah.
how do you
That's
go about incorporating that?
no, well, it's like you said. I mean, if people can hear something that's sort of nostalgic or that they can relate to, then people like it, and if they like it, then they'll obviously watch the video, especially if it's something that sort of relates to the situation that's happening in front of them. Like if someone's getting in my way with an AWP, then I just gun him down to kill the other guy, and then you play like a clip from Ludacris's "Boo, bitch, get out the way," like stuff like that. I mean, you don't get non-copyrighted music which delivers that same effect that you do with copyrighted music. And copyrighted music in general is, well, it's just better than the non-copyrighted stuff that you get. Not to say that you have to have copyrighted music in your videos. There are channels which are immensely popular that only use that 99% of their music is non-copyrighted. There's a channel called Dota Waterfuck that basically uses only non-copyrighted music. Gareth Woods will know about them.
Mm.
And their channel it's a massive Dota 2 channel. I think it's got 2 million subs at the moment, and their
Wow.
videos all average a million views for each video that's uploaded, and all of their stuff is non-copyrighted, and they're doing very well. So copyrighted music isn't like it's not like just because you use copyrighted music doesn't mean your video is going to be good. It just depends on how you use the music and how you use the songs and stuff.
Absolutely. So
Um,
the key point, just to mention, yeah, in case people wondering why we're talking about copyrighted music, if you don't really know what it is, it's just if Eagle was monetizing his videos, he would essentially make no money off copyrighted music, because YouTube's detection systems are so good that it can kind of tell sometimes. I mean, there's also people manually going through it, but literally the owners can take down your video and your video will be gone forever, kind of thing, or until you change it, or they'll take all your money. So
Yeah, that's the thing. Most of the time they'll claim it because people are greedy. So
greedy
if a video,
motherfuckers.
yeah. So a lot of the times, if a video isn't doing sort of that great, then it sort of gets taken down. But in my case, because my videos get thousands of views, they would rather claim the video so they can make money off the video. So which is a bit scummy in my opinion. But as long as people can watch my videos, I actually don't care. They can take the money and do whatever with it. As long as you guys are happy, then that's all I worry about.
So you don't actually send invoices to like Capitol Records or anything
No,
like
no, no,
that?
not at all. Yeah, it's mainly like the mainstream guys where I use their music. Like local or indie music guys, I try to get their permission first because they don't make like millions of dollars and stuff of their music. I mean, a lot of the music that I use, it's like people who make millions of dollars. I mean, they don't care if you use their video to make which is basically a couple of cents for them essentially, if they monetize their music on my video. So if I use someone else's music that's sort of an indie music maker or creator, then I try to get permission first if I can. Otherwise, they can just claim the money off my video like the other guys do.
Oh, that's very noble of you. As a former indie musician myself, I very much appreciate that,
Yeah,
because
no,
I
'cause I
remember
mean,
like, oh, why are you copying my shit, man? I don't have any
yeah,
money.
yeah, especially Especially if guys are trying to sort of like make a living off it, or or make a few dollars or whatever off their music. Then I try and help them out. If anything, I give them credit, and if they don't like it, then I'll just take it down if they don't want it. If they don't want it up there. But most of the time, if I use someone else's music, and I give them the credit, they're actually happy about it. They're like, because I tell them now the video's not monetized. They're like, oh, okay, thanks for the credit. And the guys are actually happy about it because then other people go to their channel and check out their music and stuff.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
So it's sort of a win-win situation.
Symbiosis.
Yeah.
So, I mean, talking about audio, we're talking about music. So, I mean, you also use a lot of really cool sort of iconic sound effects. Like, I mean, the old Goofy falling off a cliff sound effects. You like the Team Fortress sound effects, which I love because I'm a former Team Fortress player. So
those are amazing.
I love them. The sounds of the heavy, like, oh, it's the best.
I'm dead.
Yeah, they're so cool. I mean, I think it's so effective in what you do that it sort of helps drive home the points and sort of bring across the comedy. I mean, you're using those sorts of sound effects. I mean, sometimes you bring in like a clip from a movie, like you got the whole the speech from Independence Day happening, and stuff like that. It's super cool, and obviously the meme game is strong in this one. So
I don't know. Memes have become a very powerful medium for making just any videos in general. Just because people can relate to them and they're just so funny. Dank or not, people will always love memes. That's it's also one of the great things about using them in the videos.
Yeah, absolutely, and the sound aspect I think also is something. I mean, I watch a lot of CS:GO YouTubers, and they're not really big on using sound effects and kind of blending it into the gameplay and stuff. I mean, there's a few that do it, but I think you're one of the more effective guys at it.
Yeah, that's just the way I edit my videos. I got inspired by a lot of guys who sort of do the same thing, and I try and do what they do, but like in my own sort of style. So that's I mean, the other guys, you don't have to use stuff like that. I mean, if you're really good at video editing, then it's not necessary. But I mean, that's just the way I like doing my videos.
I think it's cool. It gives you a unique identity.
Sorry, my antivirus just popped up here. Get the hell out of here. Okay, there we go. Can you still see me? Am I minimized?
Okay. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Out there.
I thought it was like a backtrace from a government, trying to find out where you sent that last shipment of AK-47s.
The Guptas.
Damn that AJ.
Yeah.
He told me at breakfast last week that.
Oh God, what's this country coming to?
Yeah, well, I mean, you've got to have a sense of humor to be here, and I think that the sense of humor that's in your videos is kind of what resonates with people more than anything else. Because we're talking about the elements that make up your videos. We're talking about the sound and the music and kind of the editing style and things like that. But really, it's the sense of humor I think that resonates with people. And what I can tell from talking with you is that you have a really great sort of off the wall sense of humor, which is awesome. So, I mean, is that your objective there? You want people to enjoy your videos, but you want them to laugh, yeah?
That's right. YouTube, how it really works is you either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain. Or you either have a really good personality or you're really good at making videos. And I try to do a bit of both. A lot of people, they watch my videos because of the funny moments. But a lot of the international guys, they also like my videos because of our accent. A lot of people have told me I've got a badass accent. And I'm like, no, I don't. What? But I think I'm so institutionalized into the South African accent that I don't actually realize that we sound different to other people. It's like how Russians sound to us, like how Australians sound to us. Like everyone's got their own sort of national accent, and people for some reason they love the South African accent. And that's also one of the reasons the ESEA video was so popular, is because people just they didn't know where my accent was from. It's like, where's this accent from? Where are you guys from? No, from South Africa. And some people recognize the accent as coming from South Africa because of District 9.
Oh, wow.
A lot of the comments on that video were like, yeah, is this the prequel to District 9? I'm like, is this Shelter Copley? Like, no, don't lie.
Jeez.
Like, no, man.
The subtleties are lost. You don't sound like Shelter.
Yeah, so it's a bit of personality, it's a bit of my accent, and it's a bit of my sense of humor, and also my friends' sense of humor. I
Well,
choose my
the
friends.
clown squad, yeah.
Yeah. The squad is, like I said, we are a wacky bag of potatoes. I have the weirdest friends on the planet. If you ever come into our Discord, you'll probably leave immediately because of all the stuff you see posted there. It is it is not a place for the faint of heart. But that's just the way we are. And we love each other.
I think that's important. You know, you got
Yeah,
to find your community online. I think too
yeah,
many people play games alone, and to me, I can't do that, man. It's about the friends, it's about the people you play with, and
yeah. Exactly. No, you need that squad.
absolutely. I mean, I have two different squads, the tryhards and the trolls. So I tend to go with the trolls more often than not. But you know,
That's
tryharding
the
is
way.
cool too.
That's the way. Under the bridge, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, you're mentioning accent, which is what I found pretty interesting. The other day, I found out that there's actually a call center for Amazon in Cape Town,
Oh yeah.
and the reason for that is because they find that the Cape Townian accent, particularly the Cape Coloured accent, is actually calming to Europeans.
What?
I was like, holy shit, are you kidding? I mean, like, have you ever been sworn at by a coloured person?
Good lord.
It's-
Maybe that's why people like me so much because my colored accent.
I don't know. I don't know if they find you calming or not, but I read this and I'm like, holy shit, this can't be true.
Why do you say that, right? Because when I was in varsity, we had some German exchange students come over, and they were at this party I was at, and they saw me, and they were just amazed by my skin color because the people that they only know white people and they know black people. They don't know people in between. And they saw me for the first time, and they were just like, "Does your skin color come off? Does it rub off?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get away from me!" They're like trying to rub my skin color off. They thought I used like tan spray or something. Like, no, this is just how I
you,
look.
you're like the middle stage of transforming
Yeah,
into Michael Jackson.
yeah. I'm like, have you never seen someone who's like slightly brown? Come on. It's I don't know. They are a
Wow,
weird bunch.
that is pretty strange. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
So yeah, I've seen some weird stuff in my lifetime. That's one of them. That's probably why I'm like this.
Yeah, it's tick off something off the bucket list. Be poked by a crazy German. You know, like. Well, I mean,
But
other people who were poked by crazy Germans, unfortunately, were being led into rooms that were being locked, and also, you know, this is bad stuff. So you got the nice version of it. Well, okay. So this video is about to be banned. I'm sorry. If you've enjoyed it, um, I'm going away. But
Oh god.
anyway, so I mean, your video making process is it a copyrighted thing, or you want to tell us a little bit about how you go
No,
about
no,
it, or
no. It's very simple. I play the game. I get the cool moments, the funny moments, whatever moments that people that I hope they will like. Uh, I put them all together. I record them with Shadowplay, the NVIDIA built-in recorder, and then I use Premiere Pro, the Adobe video editor, which at the moment I think is probably the best video editing software
you're
out there. A
smarter
lot of
than me,
people.
bro? I can't understand it.
Oh, no, it's really not that hard. I don't know why people say it's like hard to use because I used to use Vegas is very easy to use and it's a powerful video editing software. But I find that usually you lose a lot of quality, video quality with Vegas. Like the resolution isn't that nice and you can't really push it up to 60 FPS that nicely. So I switched over to Premiere Pro, and I struggled to use it in the beginning. But once I got used to it, it's actually I find it easier to use Premiere Pro than Sony Vegas, and yeah, that's what I use now to make my videos. Yeah, I put all the stuff together. I find finding music is probably the hardest part because you try to keep that balance between copyright and non-copyrighted music. Um, and then just putting together all the sound effects in the right places. It takes a while. I think one video takes me about altogether probably 7 to 8 hours, and I don't work on it
Wow.
in one sitting. I work on it like sort of over the space of a few days. Um, yeah, and you just have to pull the stuff together. Then you have to check that everything is in the right place. You have to make sure there were no spots where the music cut out or where the sound cut out, or you've put like the wrong clip in the wrong place. Because it has happened to me before where I've uploaded a video where something wasn't right and I had to delete it, re-edit, and re-upload, and that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Um, so people think video editing is easy. To do it properly is not easy. It is actually hard work.
Yeah.
So I actually have a lot of respect for these guys, like PewDiePie and like these really big gaming YouTubers who post stuff every day and try and keep it entertaining. To edit that stuff is hell in a cell. People think these guys are doing nothing. They really aren't doing nothing. I've experienced it firsthand. It's not easy to edit those videos and make sure it is entertaining in the end. So I have a lot of respect for those guys. Even though I don't like some of them, I still respect them.
Yeah, it's always a case of anything that requires skill. It's many hours go into making minutes of content, and
Yeah.
it's really something that gets sort of the site gets lost on. Of course, I take the easy way out. I just live record something and I just upload it. I'm
Yeah,
cool, man. Yeah,
yeah. You interview guys are lucky. You don't have to put in any fancy editing or anything.
I
I
know,
think people
man.
still watch it.
I live the easy life. I'm making the
Yeah.
YouTube money, bro. Like, I mean, I think I've made about one cent, maybe, if I'm lucky.
Oh, nice.
Nice,
Wait, one
bro.
American cent. That's like R7, isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
dude.
no, no.
I mean, like,
It's
what are we
70
talking? Yeah,
cents.
I could buy. What can I buy with that?
Could probably buy like Tic Tacs.
Oh, yeah, well, one Tic Tac.
One Tic Tac. Yeah, there you go.
It's like, yeah, you go to the spaza shop in the Oak, like
Just
just
buy the shop.
tips the box over. There's your one. Stick your tongue out.
Yeah, I've got 1 cent in a bottle cap in the shoelace. Give me a Tic Tac.
Bitch. Anyway,
Moving on.
so
Oh, goodness.
well, I mean, you were saying earlier you don't really know why sometimes videos are popular and sometimes not. Do you have a theory on what makes a successful video for you?
Not really. It's basically like understanding women. I don't know if you've read that book. There was this book that
No.
I saw on the bookshelf in exclusive books one day, and it said how to understand women for men. And I opened the book, and there was absolutely nothing in the book. It was all just blank pages. That's basically my theory on YouTube.
Well,
Uh,
now that you mention that, this last couple of days I saw like a viral video of it was like of a political nature, shall we say?
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
in fact, let me quickly find it and just make sure that I'm not going to misquote this because that would be bad. But it was also blank because it's a book that
Was it
but
about the ANC? Was it?
it was about the ANC. How did you know?
No, I'm just guessing. Because the same whenever you mention politics, those
Yeah,
guys
it's
are
like
involved.
reasons to vote ANC, man. It's
Oh,
like open the book and it's like blank. It's also like in a shelf in exclusive books next to Trevor Noah's book. It's so great.
God.
Born a
Oh,
crime and then reasons to vote for the ANC.
that's amazing. Oh, shit.
So you've had a similar origin story. I mean, that was the moment
Yeah,
you reached you realized your superpowers because you opened the book obviously looking to find some tail, and that did not happen for you. So
exactly. I don't know. YouTube is weird. Because like it's not just my channel. All channels will have something on their channel. They'll have a million subs. I'll look at a channel. I'll see a channel will have a million subs, and I'll think to myself, okay, this channel is good. So let's see what they've got. And you watch that one video of theirs which made like a million views. Then you look at the rest of the channel and there's only like videos with 50,000 views on it, but this guy's got a million subs, and you think to yourself, but now why did these videos get 50,000 views while this one's got a million views? It doesn't like make any sense. And because I mean the video itself is very similar to the other videos that didn't make as many views is very similar to the video that did make that many views. And I think it all boils down to social media now in this day and age. If your stuff gets shared on Tumblr or Twitter or if some other popular personality shares your things, I think that's where the gold mine starts rolling in. I think the big thing about YouTube is it's very hard to stay consistently good. You'll find very few YouTubers that have millions of subs but have also got millions of views on their videos. You would either have to do something very new and fresh, which people haven't seen before, and that can only last so long until people start getting bored, and then the video views start sort of tapering. So that's, I don't know, it's hard to sort of know what people actually want.
I don't think people know what they want usually.
Yeah,
So
usually. So Yeah, I think, and a lot of people want like different things as well. Some people like it when you upload all the time. Others like it when you upload like once a week, and you'll still get like a million or like lots of views on your videos. But I think what it boils down to is if you're making like good content and you know you're making good content that's entertaining to people, then I think you'll be fine. It'll eventually you'll reach that sort of middle ground or this sort of stable level where okay, this is how many viewers I'm going to be getting now on average, which is fine with me. Um, and it's actually quite nice because when you do make a video which gets like a lot more views than usual, you sort of feel good about yourself. It's like, yes, I did something right for once.
I cracked it. I don't know what it was, but I cracked it.
I don't know what the hell I did, but it worked. And you try to do it again and it doesn't work. Like, God damn it.
Yeah, that's
So,
the keys to success are elusive, and when
yeah.
you think you got them, you drop them down the drain.
Drop it again, yeah. There are courses on YouTube which apparently say, yeah, if you do this and this, you'll increase your sub count, you'll increase your view count, you'll increase your viewer engagement. But I think it's a big scam. I don't think like you could do this, but I don't think it'll work. You might get a little bit of traction, but I think at the end of the day, you're still going to be uploading the same stupid vids that you uploaded before, even though you've tweaked them a little bit from these courses that they are advertising on YouTube.
How to be better at this.
Yeah, that's just my take on this whole thing.
So changing the subject again. You have a bit of an association with SteelSeries through the SteelSeries distributor MegaROM. Your channel actually says you're powered by SteelSeries, and you're wearing some very nice Siberias there. So
yeah, this was a very nice gift from them. I love these.
How did that all come about?
I was approached by the guys from MegaROM SteelSeries, and they asked me, can we sponsor your channel if you put some of our branding on your videos? And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So every now and then they give me cool stuff, which I obviously have to wear when I'm talking to people like you, so people can know they must buy SteelSeries so they can be cool like me. And so let's put this off. Yeah, so it's a very casual relationship with me and SteelSeries. I wouldn't call it like a sponsorship. It's more of a partnership. That's what they call it. So long story short, they just they give me cool stuff. I put their logo in my videos, and they promote my stuff. I promote them. It's like you said, it's a symbiotic relationship.
So are you the remora and they're the shark, or the other way around?
I think they're more and I'm the shark.
Okay, cool.
Eagle don't bow down to nobody.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, when you're a distributor of WMDs, it's important to maintain your top dog status.
Yeah.
So
no, but I'm very grateful for them for actually like coming to me. I've never begged for anything, so I was actually quite surprised when someone offered me a sponsorship. I was like, oh, this is interesting. So that's how it is now.
So, I mean, plans for the future of the channel and for the future of you. I mean, are you going pro? Are you going to be a CS:GO pro? Or are you going to end up?
I'm not going to be a CS:GO pro. Have you watched my ESEA video, man? Like, come on.
I'm just giving you shit.
I mean, there's one path and there's the other path, and I'm going straight down to Silver 4 game, and it's going to happen one day.
Silver? Well, I've never actually been silver, dude. So.
I've been like not that low. Fun. Look at you, Mr. I started at MT2. CS, I'll probably play CS for a very long time because to me it's still one of the best online multiplayer games there is. I mean, the community is better than most communities, and the game itself I find a lot of fun. Overwatch is now it's one of my new favorite pastimes. I did try getting back into StarCraft, but I can't get my APM above 50, so that didn't work. And I still play Dota every now and then, but my salt levels can only take so much of that game, so I try and stay away from it as much as I can. I may actually make some Dota videos again with Gareth Woods. We had some plans, like small plans in the background somewhere, but they never took off.
What about Demonic? He's recently unemployed. Are you sure he can make a Dota video with you?
Yeah, maybe. Actually, I have got a few clips of Demonic doing stupid stuff in Dota. I should actually expose him.
Embarrass him.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
I should make it happen.
he plays a stringed instrument in an orchestra, so he
Oh,
deserves to be embarrassed, right?
No, no. No, does he play French horn? He plays
I
French
don't
horn,
know,
doesn't he?
whatever. I was
Yeah, he
just
plays. Like,
I was
he
saying.
use,
Okay, so then he's more of a loser. He plays a French horn. What?
oh God,
Do you know why I'm saying this? Because I'm actually going to be doing a video with him next week. So I was sort of like,
Oh, I see.
let me wreck him now, so that when I do the video with him, it's out of my system.
I'm gonna link him to the timestamp where you said that you can see.
I'm getting it out of my system, man.
Oh God. Oh shit, what were we talking about?
Plans for the future.
No, I'll definitely start playing other games, but I'm gonna sort of do it slowly because at the moment the channel is still CS:GO based, so I don't want to do it too quickly where I start branching into other games too abruptly. So I'm trying to keep it mainly CS:GO based, and then I'll sort of every now and then I'll post stuff like Overwatch, Dota, and then just other games like like maybe like Dark Souls or. I'm playing this new game now, Neo Automata. I might make a video of that, like a comedy video of that, how the gameplay went, stuff like that. And I'll do that once in a while. I think it's I don't know. I think it's healthy for the channel to sort of branch into other games. I don't think it's good to stay locked into one game because one of these days, CS:GO will die. I mean, every game has got its lifespan. Eventually, one day. Well, for me, eventually one day I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna think, why the hell do I play this game? And then I'm going to play something else. I mean, it happened to Team Fortress 2. It happened to Dota. It's going to happen to CS:GO one day. And I'll eventually play something else. So I think it's healthy to sort of play other games as well. People obviously won't watch it as much as the CS:GO videos, but I think it's good to sort of introduce into new content on the channel as well.
I'd agree.
But like I say, it's not good to just like all of a sudden one day decide, okay, I'm gonna just play Overwatch now, no more CS:GO, because then that's how your channel dies. Because then people are gonna be like, where's the CS:GO stuff, bro? Like that's what adds up. So I'll sort of slowly branch into other videos, and other sort of like comedy related content. I've got a couple of ideas in mind. That's sort of top secret at the moment, but we'll see what happens.
Oh wow! Okay, well, I'm excited for that. Then I'm excited to see what you do in the future, and well, I mean, obviously for you have a very busy career as a man just running from the law, barely escaping Uncle Sam at every turn. I mean,
Yeah.
Those yeah, exactly, man. Those ex Russian explosives that you managed to procure in the Ukraine in the early '90s. I mean, that's really set yourself up well. I'm proud of you, man.
Thanks, man.
So, and maybe sometime I could be in one of your videos. I'd like to be a potato at some point.
Now that I think about it, I haven't added you to Steam.
No, you haven't. I'm absolutely mortified. I have actually played against you on my Smurfs before, and I teabagged you a lot in that game, but it didn't make it. It didn't make it into your video.
Who are you?
You will never know.
I will find you.
I tried, man. I tried hard. I was like, okay, I'm gonna tilt this fucker, and I'm gonna beat this video. It didn't work.
We actually played against G-Max, the other guy from Mega 8. He was
State.
Yeah, from it's Middle State.
Yes, they both rhyme. It's really confusing.
Okay. We played against him and a couple of other guys the other day, and we completely destroyed them.
Oh yeah.
I decided not to put it in the video just to save face. Save his face.
Well, G-Max is talking to me about doing a caster and broadcast talent sort of show match. So so we'll have like the guys from Middle State and the guys from ESL playing against each other.
That'll be pretty cool. I actually had the idea of doing a YouTubers versus YouTubers versus casters game.
I'm game, dude. I'm there, bro.
And then live streaming it or something, and then making a video about it afterwards. I think the community will actually like that. I think that'd be fun to watch.
I think let's make that happen, man. I was talking about something similar actually with We Eat Chips and Euphony the other day. So maybe we need to make it happen. I think it'd be cool.
I think we should do it. I think it's a great idea.
Cool. Well, on that note, we have some great ideas. You need to get back. I mean, the government of Kazakhstan do need their shipment. So yeah, exactly. Anyway, my good man, I do appreciate your time. Now nobody knows what you do for a living except that you might possibly be an arms dealer.
It's going to stay that way.
Yeah, keep it a mystery. You got to keep some mystery, you know. Never wear a skirt that's too short, man. You need some mystery in it.
Okay.
Anyway, this has been Looking Back with Eagle, the CS God, and
Don't you forget it.
yeah, we won't. We really appreciate your time. I think it's been really entertaining. And viewers, check out his channel. It's Easy Studios on YouTube. It will be awesomely worth your while, and definitely start with the ESEA video. So thanks, guys. Have a great whatever time of day this happens to be. Axe out.